Hello, and today we are going to be talking about Iranian Gilgalad and the High Kings of the Noldor, and whether or not there was actually some treason. Noldor, they were the tribe of elves that came over from Valinor to fight against Morgoth at the dawning of the first age of Middle-earth. And the four High Kings were Fingolfin, Fingon, Turgon and then Gil Galad. So what is the discrepancy? Well, in this book, Gilgalad is the son of Fingon, and Fingon was the second High King of the Noldor, and yet his son, who was alive at the time of his death, was skipped over and was the fourth king. So what's going on? What's going on there? So we just go over the kings once more. Fingolfin was the High King until the year 456, where he had that epic duel against Morgoth at the end of the Dagor Bragollach, and that was in the year 456 of the First Age. Now his son, Fingon, he died in 472 during the Nirnaeth Arnoediad battle, where he got his head split open by the leader of the Balrogs. And then Turgon, he was the king until 510 of the First Age, when again he died during the fall of Gondolin. Happy times, happy times. But Gilgalad, he then, in the year 510, ascended to the throne. Now, what, according to the family trees in this book, would recommend is that Gilgalad actually would have been the High King of the Noldor ahead of Turgon, because he was the son of the former king, Fingon, and then Gilgalad. So from the year 472, it actually should have been him. So what's going on here then? Well, it was later decreed that actually Gilgalad was not the son of Fingon. In this, Fingon sent his son down to the havens down in the south to be cared for by Círdan following the battle known as the Sudden Flame. But unfortunately that did have to change from this book, because as I say, it would have been illegal then for Turgon to have been made High King. So how was this alleviated? Well, Gilgalad was made the son of Orodrath. Orodrath was the son of Angrod, who was a brother of Finrod Felagund and of Galadriel. So not only was he moved from the house of Fingolfin, he was moved into the house of Finarfin. And this had several implications for the Second Age, because during the Second Age he was the king of Lindon, and in Lindon it was predominantly Sindar elves there. And Sindar elves, they did not look favourably on the house of Fingolfin nor of Fëanor, because, you know, kinslaying and all that. So him being part of the house of Finarfin, he was probably more accepted as their king as well, because only those of the house of Finarfin, such as Galadriel, were allowed in the kingdom of Doria. So yeah, a little bit of treason amongst the elves, but of course they just weren't able to reprint this because it was made up by notes from J.R.R. Tolkien's works, and it just would have been way too difficult a task. They would have had to rewrite quite a large portion of the narrative, so it was just left in there. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, and see ya.